This is why you should stop being modest. I think that modesty is a curse, honestly. So here's the thing. I used to be modest when I was a kid. I think that a lot of people, especially like me, are told to be silent, especially women, especially black women. But a lot of people in the world are told to just dim your light. How symbolic that I have lights burning right there. But dim your light. Don't talk too much. Don't be too loud. Don't be too heard. Don't be too seen. They always want to dim, especially women, dim your light. Be smaller. Be quieter. And I think being modest is a waste of time. A waste. They fool you into believing that being modest means that somebody is gonna shine a light on you and see you, discover you in the wilderness. But it's a lie. And it's a tool that is used to silence the voices of these people that are encouraged to do it. Women, black women, African women. It's a tool that is used to silence us. So I'm a first generation Nigerian American. And I just think about Nigerian culture. Growing up as women, as a Nigerian young girl, I was always taught to be silent, to not talk too much, not show too much, be modest, be quiet. And it is me getting rid of that really allowed me to walk in my purpose and be myself and do what I'm doing right now. What I'm doing right now, I could never have imagined it as a kid because I was told to be quiet, to be silent, etc. But before I get into that, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all the above. It really pushes this video out in the algorithm and encourages me to make more videos. This video is brought to you by Brand Video Pro. We help brands and influencers scale their influence and sales. So if that is of interest to you, head on over to our website, click the link down below, and find out how we can help you. And I think specifically in Nigeria, the reason that people are conditioned to be quiet, especially women, but in general, society, even just men too, be quiet about things. I think it comes from the colonial mindset of being not in the same context as an American through slavery, but this colonial mindset of don't outshine your master. Don't outshine your master. So a lot of people aren't encouraged to be bold. And your master, from an African context, who are the colonizers of Africa? And I've made a documentary about this. It's not only white people, but it's also Africa's elite, Africa's most powerful people, the guys at the top. These are the colonizers. So they're typically men. So these black men, these African men, want everybody else underneath them, whether man or woman, to be quiet, to dim their light, to not outshine them, because to them it's like a threat to their power. And especially when you think about Nigeria, which went through the military era, and we went through that sort of like oppressive governance, that was then the mentality of the people, to be silent, to be quiet, to dim their light. And so growing up, being a child of the 90s, having parents that sort of lived in that sort of military era, that was sort of the condition, that was the conditioning that I was taught, to be silent, to be quiet, to dim your light. Now, this curse of modesty, which I really do think it's a curse, and I'll tell you why I think it's a curse, but this curse of modesty only left me, I would say, I learned to just be bold, be who I am, be unapologetically me. And that was a process. It took a process to get to where I am now, being in front of a camera, talking freely, openly, saying whatever I really think and how I really feel on camera. Being able to do this, I was nowhere near that at that age. Just being even shy, being camera shy, being socially awkward, all of these things. And who I am today is nothing like that, because I just let go. I let go of this idea of being modest. And I found that instead of focusing on modesty, I'm not telling you to show off. The opposite of modesty is not showing off. I'm not even encouraging anyone to show off, because yes, showing off can be tacky, but hey, do what you need to do. I think most importantly, you need to showcase. So don't be modest. If you want to show off, that's your business. But the most important thing that you need to do is to showcase. Why do you showcase? Because when you showcase, it puts visibility on what you do. And when you bring visibility to what you do in the world, it opens up the opportunities for you in the world, and it lets you live out your fullest potential. So modesty is a waste of time, effort, and everything, because it prevents you from living out your fullest potential, because you're too afraid to showcase who you really are, what you really believe in, all of your talents, all of your accomplishments, etc. And the reason that I ran away from modesty, because all throughout high schools, and I went to different high schools, and I was a new kid a lot of times. Imagine going to these different high schools, not showcasing who I am, not showcasing my ability. Yes, there's a component to letting the work speak for itself. Yes, that's important. But if with more packaging, more showcasing, a lot more doors could have opened for me in a younger age, at that age, in those schools. Now, granted, I don't think it really matters, because I'm still in a great place right now. And I don't think it really matters, because that's the place where I could have made that mistake to be modest in my youth, in high school. But that's not the mistake that you should ever make in the workplace, especially as an employee. Now, I'm not an employee. I'm not someone that was built to be an employee. But if you're an employee and you're modest, you're wasting your time. Especially as an entrepreneur. I think as an entrepreneur, you're kind of required to be bold. But I just think in general, modesty is a terrible, terrible, terrible curse that people have designed to convince you that it's a classy way to go about life. But really, what they're trying to do is silence your voice, silence your kind, silence you, so that they can shine. So that's my perspective on modesty. I think don't waste your time doing it. Waste of time, waste of energy. And just be who you are, so that you can live out your fullest potential. Because really, this is the only chance that you get to be who you are on this planet. So why would you waste it covering it up? Now, granted, if modesty is just who you are and just the way you are, and that's who you really are and who you want to be, hey, I'm not judging you. Be who you are. But if you know being modest, you're craving the opportunity to shout and to scream and to show and to be and to showcase who you really are, showcase your abilities, showcase yourself. If that is what you're craving and modesty is silencing your voice, stop doing it. Anyway, that's my opinion. Let me know yours. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all the above. My name is Kenim, and see you next time. A peace.